So, friends, it looks like it's the end of tenure for Mr. Imran Khan, who is most likely to resign or announce his resignation today itself by today evening. And the latest development is that that MQM, one of the key allies of Imran Khan uh, government, announced yesterday late night that they are also moving out of the alliance, and which essentially made it clear that the Imran Khan government wouldn't have the numbers to face up to the no confidence motion that has been moved by uh, the opposition. The opposition remains united and totally unrelenting, but there is also tremendous confidence in the formation of the opposition. In that, they are absolutely sure that this time around, the military establishment is not going to interfere, and that the military establishment may itself may be wanting, may be looking for an exit to the Imran Khan government, because this government has been disaster for Pakistan in multiple ways. I mean, the internal security situation has become has gone from bad to worse. The international standing of Pakistan, it never was very good, but then you now have a situation where neither Moscow nor Washington nor Beijing, nobody actually sees you as a dependable ally and a long term ally. Nobody and the economic situation is also very poor situation. The debt situation is bad, but the economic situation is also going from bad to worse in the sense that the earnings have not improved of the masses, but the inflation has gone through the roof. Uh, which is a situation more or less in many countries, but then the other countries have tried to manage, and the government has tried to meaningfully intervene and try to some kind of like try to provide some kind of relief to the masses in one way or the other. But here in Pakistan, I mean, it's only been about Imran Khan and his personality, his charisma, and how he wants to his foreign policy. Even foreign policy has been one of the most talked about subjects during the Imran Khan tenure. That we have to really uh, acknowledge, because of the simple reason that he wanted to somehow position himself as this world leader from Pakistan, but without any substance, because he never actually delivered any of this, or for that matter, there was no strategy visible as well. Any short to medium term to long term strategy to really help Pakistan grow, in a sense that other countries would take it seriously, and so on and so forth. The other fiasco that Imran Khan tenure will be known for is the fact that the Kashmir situation, the Kashmir issue, pretty much is gone out of the window for Pakistan, because for the first time, I mean, in 2019, it was under the watch of Mr. Imran Khan that India amended its laws and pretty much declared that Kashmir is the whole of the Kashmir is integral part of India. I mean, that has been said before, but then the Indian government this time actually went ahead and did it. They actually amended the Article 370, which pretty much allowed the Kashmir as any other territory of India would be, and so that pretty much actually was a death blow for the Pakistani narrative. And more over, I mean, you have now public affirmation from even international forums, wherein India has been repeatedly saying that even Pakistan occupied Kashmir belongs to uh, India, and that Pakistan needs to vacate that territory. This has been bad enough for Mr. Imran Khan, but then even the CPEC, which is what the Chinese hoped to complete, during Mr. Imran Khan tenure, that also is going nowhere. And I think uh, from the many media reports that are doing rounds on the internet, I mean, it is pretty clear that the Chinese are also not happy with the Mr. Imran Khan. Then again, you have a situation with the Americans. Well, the Americans, even under the Democratic, administration, Mr. Biden never cared to call Mr. Imran Khan. There was a big sort of insult and snubbing the kind of Pakistani leader, the one who actually thought of himself as this guy who's going to shine like a star in the international diplomacy arena. So that became that, and then of course Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, he also never actually saw Mr. Imran Khan as a worthy competitor, or a worthy someone who is worth his time. I mean, Mr. Modi did not. He actually he got it from the start itself that Mr. Imran Khan is not a serious politician, and he is not. It does not. He just only wants to show it off. That's it. Uh, so I mean, it ended this way, and I think it had to end this way. I mean, Mr. Imran Khan is not a serious politician by any stretch of imagination, and he only thinks of himself as playing some kind of stardom in the international politics. That's how he sees himself. There are hardly any serious issues that he has tried to tackle or talked about, or in any seriousness. I mean, be it the economic situation, be it the all kinds of things. There are very many societal problems also that Pakistan faces. There are, during the pandemic era, there needed to be some build-up of pharma sector or those kind of things, and Mr. Imran Khan has been a total disappointment. So after the Kashmir thing happened, the trade between the two countries was called off by Mr. Imran Khan's government, and that only hurt Pakistan more. And despite knowing this, he did not review his decision. So to that extent, I think it is pretty clear that nobody is going to miss Imran Khan that much. And the kind of opposition unity that has come about is also one of the reasons. Goes to show how he has really, he has really helped things collapse in Afghanistan, in Pakistan. And Afghanistan is also a situation which unfolded before the world on his watch. And the kind of statements that he immediately gave after Taliban took over also suggested that he doesn't have his heart in the right place. Okay, the kind of glorification that he did of the Taliban regime, and then subsequently we find that the women and the girls, they are crying, they are scared, they are they're becoming more and more hopeless about their life in Afghanistan, and yet this guy has never thought about what his opinions are and what kind of statements he's making in favor of Taliban. So it looks like, I mean, the speculation is that by today evening he might resign, which is going to be, and if it happens, then obviously, the next thing to expect is Mr. Shahbaz Sharif taking over as the head of the national government, which would then pave way for the national elections in Pakistan, and then it'll hopefully be some kind of stable government, which would then look at the economic situation in Pakistan, which is very, very, very bad right now.